Hi guys, it's Tyler, and I'm going to talk a little bit with you today about a shemagh. A shemagh, or a versacloth, is just a square piece of cloth. In this case, these shemaghs came from Afghanistan. I brought some home with me, and you don't have to use an actual shemagh. You can use a piece of cloth, piece of cotton, a piece of linen, whatever, 4 foot by 5 foot, 4 foot by 4, 5 by 5, somewhere in that size. You can use them as a versacloth. So let's first talk a little bit about the usages of a shemagh. There's a couple different things that I personally like to use these for. When I was in the desert, they worked really good to keep the dust out of my face, to keep the storms out of my face. So I'm going to show you 2 little wraps for that first, and then I'm going to show you how I like to carry stuff while I'm running. Now, a shemagh is just a piece of square cloth, right? That's all that is a big chunk of square cloth. I like to fold it like a triangle. It gives me much more control, a little bit easier to use. Let's put my 2 tips together, let gravity fold it for me. Now, when I got caught in desert sandstorms, one thing that was really hard to deal with was breathing it. It kind of kicks your trash in breathing it. The other thing is, when you're in a sandstorm and it's 116, 120 something degrees, your skin burns. Just the sun touches your skin and it burns. So the way that you deal with that is you wear loose clothes, long sleeve shirts that cover you up, you sweat on the inside. And one way to use that shemagh on your head to protect you is this. I'll take it to my right side, okay, your right or left doesn't really matter, and I will throw the triangle over the top, okay? Put this nice and snug on your head with this little left side connected. All right, then what I'll do is with the triangle part down, just wrap that around your head, okay, and it's tucked, and then it's going to cover your mouth. Try to keep it nice and flat. And then once you've got that, you'll take it and tuck that part down in where you started, okay? Now what you can do with this is just throw your sunglasses on or throw some sort of goggles or something. That'll keep your head out of the sun, keep your face out of the sun. And if you have 2 of these and you've got a lot of wind coming in through your neck, I will take the second one, put it on my neck, wrap it around, go underneath, and all you're doing is just tying a simple knot. Nothing tight, okay? And that keeps everything kind of covered and tucked and wrapped up well. Now, the reason you want all this cloth on you when it's extremely hot is your sweat will absorb into the cloth, and that will help to keep you cool, as opposed to your sweat just going out into an incredibly dry environment. So that's why that's one of the reasons that this shemagh is so valuable. Now, pull this off. If you just have one and you want to protect your face, let's say maybe you've got your hat on, right? Clean my fish. Okay, you've just got one, and you want to keep the dust out of your face. Maybe you're in the US in a much less harsh environment. All that you're going to do is just find that center line, put it on top of your nose, wrap it around the back of you. I like to make it kind of snug right here, and then I will tuck it underneath, and this is just like I showed a second ago, and I will just tie a simple knot. 1 knot. Nice and comfortable, it will hold. This will keep the dust out of your face. You can put your sunglasses back on. That way, if you get hit with dust and nastiness, it's just a simple way to cover your face up. Don't neglect the fact that this is also a good way to keep warm. So if you've got some of these shemaghs You can put the one on your head and the one on your face to keep you warm when it's cold, or to protect you from extreme heat when it's really, really hot. When it's like, I don't know, 80 to 100 degrees, this is overkill. It's gonna make you hot. When it starts getting above 109, 110, 116, 120, this protects you from the sun like an oven mitt protects your hand from the oven. That's why this is a valuable technique. Okay, there's many other things that you can do with the shemagh. One of them is using it as a waist versacloth. So let me show you how to do that. When I go trail running, I will usually bring a clean canteen or an Nalgene or something around my waist in some sort of versacloth or shemagh, along with a small hand drill kit, a knife, something simple. This gives me the ability to go fishing, make fire, collect wild edibles, whatever it is that I want to do while I'm traveling fast and light. So let me show you my version of how to do that. I learned this from Kirsten Reckness and Matt Graham. Other people I know use this same technique, so it's nothing that I invented myself. I've got my little heavy cover canteen here. Say it was full of water. I want to think about how this is going to ride on the back of my body. I don't want that chunky stuff on the back. I want this arched part. And then what I will do, especially when you've got something really round like a clean canteen or a Nalgene, is I will put a knife in the bottom of it, and it keeps it from rolling, okay? A lot of times as you're running, it kind of does this thing with gravity, and you have to make it really tight. But if you put a knife inside of it with your small, you can use a lighter if you want, or I use a hand drill kit. You put that on the top, it'll keep it from rolling up and down your spine. So the way that I do that is this. I get that triangular shaped cloth again. I will put the canteen right there, put that knife right at the angle that you know you're gonna want it to be, and I will pull each side out, okay? Every time, don't drop your knife. I'll pull the sides out as I wrap it. That helps keep it tight. Tight is extremely important with this type of a roll, because if it's any kind of loose, you gotta stop and readjust and stop and readjust, okay? Now I can feel that the canteen lid is right here, okay? And that the back part that I want against my body is right there. Or you can just kind of feel maybe you've changed your mind, whatever you wanna do, okay? This feels a little flatter than this. This kind of feels round to me. I know there's a buckle right there. So I'm gonna choose it this direction. Now, in order to keep this from unraveling while you're running, you want this lip part on the top. Once I've wrapped it, I will usually tighten it up a few more times with this lip part facing the back of me. Now I've got a microphone back here, so bear with me a little bit. So I will put that right against, at or below where the belt goes, okay? So if that's right there nice and tight, bring it around the front, and I'll just do a simple knot left over right. Make this a little too tight because it's gonna loosen up just a little bit, especially if you got a quart of water back there. Okay, a little bit too snug. So I'll tie one overhand knot, and then I will tie a slippery half hitch. So that's just an overhand knot with something that you can pull on to let it release. It'll leave this little string, tuck it in the side. Now I have a comfortable waist pack. I can use this shemagh later for a warming insulating layer. I can pull it apart and put nesting material and things that I gather. I can throw a rabbit in it. Whatever it is that I need to do can be added to this shemagh. And this is super incredibly stable, okay? This thing's not going anywhere. It is comfortable enough that I can run 5-10 miles with it without it shifting, okay? All right, so we've covered how to cover the face, how to wear it around the waist like a fanny pack, if you will. Let's cover the baby carrier. I call it the baby carrier because this is how I carry my son when we forget to bring some sort of a baby carrier. So if you have a package of some sort or a little kid or whatever, you can put it right here on the side and carry it on your ribs. What I will do first is I will tie the knot right here in the front. Okay? And then, again, I do that slip knot. Then all I have to do is shift it, okay? If you got a kid or something, you put them right there and you can hold them up. If you've just got packages that you want to carry, you can throw it on that one shoulder. This is comfortable. I can have a shoulder pack with a rabbit that I got, and I can have a waist pack with my water. So you can do multiple things with this. Let's say I got another one here. There would be my waist pack with my water. I can even throw another one on my head, whatever. You can carry 4 or 5 of these, and all of them keep whatever the packages are that you're trying to carry comfortable and against your body, against your waist, against whatever it is that you're going to use. The last thing that I'm going to show is the fact that you can have a front and a backpack. If we imagine a package here, okay, I would tie it in the front. And then rotate it, right? Now I can have a heavy package here, a heavy package here, something on my waist, whatever you want. They're called versacloth because they're incredibly versatile. You can carry whatever it is that your little brain generates, wherever it is on your body that needs to be comfortable. A backpack, a side pack, a front pack, a rib pack, waist pack, whatever. Having a shemagh, having some versacloth is incredibly valuable. The last thing I'm going to mention is if you need a way to move loose material, say you're building a shelter and you open this up, you can load all sorts of debris and stuff in it, pull your 4 corners together and sling it over your shoulder and carry entire pillows worth of volume of duff material, nesting material, whatever it is that you need to carry. Instead of carrying a handful of loose material every trip to your shelter, you just have one thing from your versacloth and you just carry it all in bulk. All right, I hope these tips are valuable to you. I know they have been to me. Oh, one last thing. If you're cooking a metal container of some sort and you need to remove it from the fire, and you just grab either a bandana or your shemagh and you grab it, pull it out, set it down, don't catch it on fire. Works like a great oven mitt too. Thought I'd mention that as well. All right guys, this is a video on how to use versacloth, how to use a shemagh. My name's Tyler White. I hope this is valuable to you. If it is, please check out the other videos we have in this series, and thank you for watching.